This is the second video in our team project, Death by Cow Farts. Today, I would like to convince you that corn-fed beef are more sustainable than grass-fed beef, despite growing feed crops. There are two common or current themes in politics and the world. These are animal welfare and well-being and climate change. Animal welfare is an issue facing animal science in beef cattle production. Feedlot beef usually have a more confined area than grass or free-range beef. This is to minimize movement in order to maximize growth rate. Climate change is an issue faced by the entire world, and cattle production has a small impact on this. In fact, all of agriculture contributes about 9% of greenhouse gases in the United States, according to the EPA. Livestock grazing takes up about 26% of the Earth's land, according to the Smithsonian Magazine. Grass-fed beef is a major contributor to this land use. We want to minimize greenhouse gas production, but also defend animal welfare. Feedlot cattle are well taken care of, and there aren't many concerns with quality of life with these animals. But that can be another video. Corn-fed beef grow faster because of the nutrient profile supplied to them. So, how should we feed beef to maximize growth and mitigate climate change? Well, we generally feed forages and concentrates for grass-fed and corn-fed beef, respectively. We generally feed for volatile fatty acid production. These VFAs are energy sources for cattle. They include propionic, acetic, and butyric acid. Feeding roughages to grass-fed beef generally produces more acetic acid. A roughage is something like grass. This leads to greater methane and carbon dioxide production through eructation. Concentrate feeding to corn-fed beef leads to propionic acid production. A concentrate can be considered something like a cereal grain, like corn. This leads to less greenhouse gas waste products. It produces less methane and carbon dioxide than feeding a roughage diet or a grass-fed diet. This indicates that corn-fed beef are more sustainable to the environment. I've attached this slide because it breaks down fundamentally what happens when a forage goes through the rumen of a cow. Polysaccharides from the forages are broken down by bacterial enzymes, which are then broken down into monosaccharides like glucose. We have bodily processes called glycolysis, or a process called glycolysis, that breaks down a 6-carbon sugar into pyruvate, 3-carbon sugars. Based on how these are broken down, or how the cow is fed with either a roughage or a concentrate diet, we could either have acetic acid or propionic acid production. As you can see on the left, acetic acid production wastes a carbon and creates carbon dioxide, or has hydrogens added onto it to create methane. So, I would like to recap on what we learned today. Corn-fed beef are more sustainable than grass-fed beef. Corn-fed beef grow faster and produce less methane over a long period of time than grass-fed beef. Faster growth rates mean a faster harvest, which means less greenhouse gas production over time. I also covered how through glycolysis in each of these roughage or concentrate diets, how they're broken down and how each of these different volatile fatty acids create waste products associated with greenhouse gases. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe.